What's up, Saber World? This is Kai Fighting Jedi here. I'm just here to show off my Luke V2 from Solo's Hold. I've had this since the original run was done, and I've kind of just been working on it here and there, waiting on the clamp from Romans to be made. Then it needed to be painted and installed, and I did all of it myself. So that took time, and I'm not gonna lie, I took on some other projects in between, and I actually finished this up about 3 months ago, but I haven't had the studio kind of to do the video. But recent events kind of brought me around to getting my studio up and running again here, so that I could make another video, and here it is. So we've got the Solo's Hold Luke V2. Now, I didn't use the Trooper Trent stencil on it because at the time that I painted it, that Trooper Trent stencil wasn't available. It had been sold out, and I missed out on it. So I did the paintwork myself. Now, I eventually did get a Trooper Trent stencil, but I really liked what I was able to accomplish on my own. So what I did, just briefly to go over, is I took just masking tape and masked off all the areas that probably wouldn't get paint, absolutely should not get paint, and I sprayed gloss black. I didn't go with flat black, I went gloss black. And then when you come back over, what you do is you take just a little bit of alcohol on a clean towel, like a cotton towel, and you just kind of wipe with the alcohol, and it slowly dulls out the gloss and makes it flat. But it also helps remove what you don't want. You kind of pick with your fingernails, and you do what you need to do to kind of get that look that you're wanting when you're doing weathering of this nature. And what you wind up getting is something that is very flat in some spots, but in other spots, like deep in the grooves, is shiny like it once was new. And to me, has a more natural look to the weathering. Now, that may not be the way the original prop looked, but I kind of stepped away from making it exactly like the original prop. I don't have the gaffer tape up there because I just like it like this, and that's the way I stuck with it. I would say it's probably 90–95% accurate to the original prop, and that's good enough for my shelf. So that's the way it is. So I've got a Crystal Focus 7.5 in here. I was thinking about putting an 8, but I had a 7.5 on hand that I'd originally purchased to put in it, and so I went 7.5. That's what it is. So it's at 7.5. It's actually running 7.4 volts with a dual 18500 from TCSS, and it's got a tricree green red. So what I wanted to do was have the greens together to make a nice green blade, and then have the deep red, it's actually deep red, to come in and kind of make an amber for clashes, and then kind of more of a red for blaster effects. And I really like the way it turned out. I'm not really big on amber flash on clashes, but this is super sweet. It's got an LED bar graph. I want to say I think it's either 6 or 7 segments. I can't remember. It was custom built by me. It's got a Goth 3D printed chassis. It's not the one with the pull-out crystal chamber, because I wanted to go full 7.4 volt in it instead of the 3.4 volt hack. So it does have a little bit of a crystal chamber, but it's not nearly as nice. I think it's the Night version of Goth 3D printed chassis. But I have nothing but good things to say about Goth. If you're thinking about picking up one of his chassis for any of your builds, stop thinking about it and do it. Okay. This is a this is a Sloth Furnace clamp card. Got to say good things about Sloth Furnace. Anytime I've ever had any issues, he's gone above and beyond to correct them. This stand is a dark light stand. He's making the best stands in the business, in my opinion, at the moment. And it fits the V2 fantastically. This is the original sign that came with custom display that came with the V2. They were doing a little run of those. I actually didn't pick up the dark light, really nice upgraded stand just because I already had these elements. I would have, though, if I had not. Kind of wanted to cut back on the money there. It's got 12 fonts on it. I tried to put every V2, Hero, Skywalker sound font on this thing. There's some really good ones. There are a couple of them that, you know, if I didn't tell you what it was, it'd be hard to distinguish from the other. But in a way, that's great, because that's the way a V2 should be, or the sound font should be. If it's a themed saber, you can just tell some of the clashes. Some of them are a little bit different, but it's fantastic. Custom menu from me that I kind of created from the Battlefront series, some of the music from it, and also some of the music from A New Hope. Luke themed this thing out. So let's take a second here. I'm going to come right back and we'll go through and I'll show you all the chassis. Alright guys, let's take a look at the chassis here. There you go. I'm going to open up the clamp and kind of spin off the pommel area. Pull it out. I used a little bit of aluminum black around there and inside to kind of give it a smoky weathered look. Goth 3D printed chassis, 6 segment bar graph with a little red light there. It has the crystal focus 7.5, a little greebly here to cover up the rice port that I didn't use, and I painted this with kind of a bronze color that I weathered and to make it look old but still metallic. Let's go ahead and turn it on. You're going to see the bar graph light up. It's got a little bit of an animation. It's kind of slow right now. I may speed that up when I have a chance. Let's turn it on and see the animation as it runs. Now it's going to go through its 32 steps, and then it'll stop because I didn't really want to run the bar graph the whole time that the saber is actually ignited. Because usually it will have the pommel on it, and you can't see it anyway. Okay. Put it back on. It's got a light up crystal, but it does not blade match. It only does the green, but it will flicker with the blade. All right. Go through some of the fonts here. Yeah.
Father and Son. Episode 6 Remastered.
Episode 6 Remastered, Gnome Star. I think he just recently re-released it. I'm not sure. It's good.
Episode 6 Bespin.
Bespin by Mad Cow. I kind of threw a couple of Graphics fonts on here. Alliance from K-Seth.
Father's Lightsaber.
I can't remember who makes that font.
Skywalker. ROTJ.
Lord Blako's classic font. Must have. It's got those prions. Awesome.
Skywalker. Hero.
Hero by Mad Cow.
Welcome, young Skywalker.
There's only
I think that's the Wandsmith font.
It's of the Jedi.
That one right there is Daddy Issues by fonts by Forzy.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
We're gonna do this one. This one I added a little bit too. It's got a prion from Jabba's palace.
Jabba, this is your last chance. Free us or die.
Okay. This is one of my favorites. It's going on the shelf. It's a shelf queen. I'm not ever going to do it with it. I actually haven't even made up a blade for it yet, just because you kind of have to do a little bit of something to a 7/8 blade, put the little adapter on there, and I just haven't gotten around to making a blade to do that with. And but it's on my list of things to do. Want to say thanks to all the folks that kind of helped out with this. Got to thank Solo's Hold. Got to thank Goth. Got to thank Romans. Got to thank Sloth Furnace, TCSS. Without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. So thanks again. Thanks to the community. You've all been so great and helpful, and I've learned a lot from you over the years. I appreciate y'all watching this video today. I hope you all stay safe, and may the Force be with you.